Randy Rain here. If you've been following this show, which I hope you have, and you're a fan of Tomy products, which I hope you are, then you've probably wondered why I have not done the Tomy Verbot. Well, the answer is, that was the very first robot that I ever fixed. And it's the robot that gave me an idea to start this show. So I finally got my hands on another one. It's Mr. Yellow Arm here, and he needs a lot of work because he doesn't work. He needs to be retrobrited, and we need to get to it. So this is
Randy's Robot Refurbish.
So if you don't know what the Tomy Verbot is, it's a robot that is controlled by verbal speech. You talk into this remote control, tell it what to do, it can go forward, backward, turn, do its arms. It can make little speech, has a clicking noise to it. This one, when you put batteries in it and you turn on, the light comes on, but that's it. There's no motor turning. So hopefully it's just a gummed up motor and get it fixed. The terminals are really good, so no problems there. It just has very yellowed bottom piece and a very yellowed arm. I'm going to try to fix that with some retrobriting. My original one just had corroded terminals, and I fixed that. It also had a broken door, which I 3D printed one. File below if you want to print one out. But I'm going to recreate another door from this one here for this one. So let's open this up, see how it works, and get it working again. Alright, let's take Yellow Arm apart here. See, there's 6 screws on the back and 4 on the bottom. Let's start at the bottom here. Those screws don't want to come out. There you go. Let's take these off. And let's see. There goes the back. And the head pops off like so. And the front, let's see. Spread the arms open. And now we've got the front off. And there's what we're looking at. Okay, I think the next thing to do is to take these pieces off around the wheels so I can get this bottom plate off. There's the tires. We'll go ahead and take the antenna off. Go ahead and desolder these leads. And there's the bottom piece. And go ahead and take this part, which this is the part that holds the ball bearing in the front here. This is also the piece that allows you to move it over and take this door out. And so now I have my yellowed piece here. This is the part that's going to be retrobrited. Wow, it looks like this thing's really going to have to come apart to get into that motor way down in there. I'm going to try starting here. So I should be able to pop this piece off now. There's the circuit board. Okay, hopefully I'll be able to figure out where that connects to because this is now loose, but I can't get it out. So I'm going to take the circuit board off here. Go ahead and take this off too. Okay. There's the electronics coming off. Let's see, this thing is now free. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this black piece off. Let's see, it looks like it'll come off just with these screws. Okay, that pops off. This looks like a switch, and there's a tiny screw for this one. Yep, a switch of some sort. Old tape. Okay, I guess I'm going to take these arm pieces off now. Move these out of the way. Oh, even bigger ones with the little built-in washer. All the spring-loaded stuff, got to be careful with. There we go. Let's take this off like that. And that off. Try to keep this whole piece together. Down to the arms. Looks like there's a whole bunch of these little switches in here from things hitting it and touching it. And so let's take this one off. Another little screw. Set that aside. Can't see right now how these arms come off of here, but I can see where I can take this off here. This will at least allow me to get this yellowed piece off of here so I can Retrobrite it. Okay, I have to get this piece off to get in there to that motor. And I see there's something on a spring right here. This thing's a lot more complicated than I thought it would be. Alright, well, let's see what happens. Alright, moment of truth. Well, I don't like the looks of that. Good grief. Would you look at that? That is insane. Look at all those gears. Pretty typical here. You have these gears that this thing spins around and brings different gears into different positions to turn different things. Everything's ran off of this one single motor here. I gotta try to figure out how to get out without exploding this whole thing. That's crazy. That piece can come out. Take that piece out. Take that piece out. How in the world did they come up with this? There it is. All the gears out. Well, that's going to be fun putting that back together. Look at all these switches. This rotary drum here, as it spins around to engage different gears. These little things here press on these different switches here. But at least I can get to this motor now. Okay, what I'm going to do now is take this motor off like so I can test it. I'm not going to really know if the motor's bad or not, but I'm going to put some power to it and see what happens. Hey, look, nothing. So the motor's not turning. Let's see if I can make it go. There it goes, yeah. Alright, so I put power onto this and it didn't turn. I gave it a little bump and it went. Let's see what happens. What happens when I put it on the other way? Seems to be spinning okay now. Alright, so I'm just going to solder it back. So it's set in there like this. Like that. At a weird angle. And now I gotta try to remember how these gears went back together. Good thing I took a lot of pictures. Okay, so this went in like that. And then this set in there like that. Piece went in there, in here. This is the piece that makes the arms go up and down. This piece set here, like that. This piece set in there. This piece went in there. And then you had this piece set here. This piece was here. This piece was here. Now this piece, spring-loaded piece here, went in like that, then this piece could go in. Okay, and then this piece went there. This wire out of the way, because this piece went over here. That's how that went back together. How about a close-up? How about that craziness there? There's the Burbot. Okay, now that I've got that back together, I should go ahead and put this on. Luckily, that little spring only worked on this piece and I didn't even have to take it off. But that goes back like that. Put the 6 screws back in. Okay, so now I should be able to put this back on. Who would have guessed the Burbot is the most complicated one of these things? It's more complicated than the Omnibot is. And how does anybody ever think of this stuff? And imagine, they did this all before computers were a big thing. That's just crazy. Okay, I think I'm going to put back as many of these switches as I can for now. Okay, time to put this thing on. And these are some pretty heavy-duty springs. So I'm going to put the springs on the arms first. Then these, got to get the gearing correct here. Okay, now I can put these screws with the big washers on. Try getting the sticker off with a hairdryer. Okay, now I'm going to take some cling wrap, some number 40 cream developer, put a little bit down here. Now this is probably going to corrode these terminals a little bit. Not much I can do about it right now. Just have to see how it goes. You can see it did a number on those brass pieces, but that was to be expected, and I can take care of that. I'm going to throw some CLR on here. Okay, well, clean that up with some CLR, scrubbed it in some soapy water, and it got it all off. It was pretty much just on the surface. They're fine. Well, there it is, after a week outside in the sun, both doing the retrobriting and just sticking it out in the sun. That's pretty good. You can see comparatively, there's still a little bit of a hint of, I'd say like a brown almost, like a tan, just a tiny, tiny bit. But I guess that's as good as it's going to get, and I can't complain too much, so I'm going to go with that. It's time to put this thing back together. Okay, start with this arm. You gotta get these pins in the right spot. And these pieces will pop in. That looks good. Start with this hard one to get to. Next goes this black piece. Has some tabs on the front that it catches, and then 2 screws in the back. Now the front panel goes on. And now before I attach the circuit board, I have to get this piece at least past it. So now this top piece can go on. Get this gear into position. It goes through like that and fits in there like so. Then there's this switch back here. It went in that. So it's time to solder the wires back, but I want to show you something right here. On this piece right here, you'll see a positive and negative. And if I flip it over, they put these little pieces here. On some of these Verbots, this is open and a 9-volt battery goes into there. I don't know what changed when it happened, when they had them in there and when they didn't. But this one doesn't have it, but I have seen them with it. Anybody else knows what that was all about? Hey, let me know. Negative, black. It's really just that one that I need to do at this moment. I can go ahead and put it together, I think. These pieces, the little wheels, go in like this. And then this piece fits down. Then there's these pieces that go there. This will hold the body to the bottom part, as well as locking in the wheels. Alright, that piece is locked in. I can bring the orange around. Negative over here. So I'll go ahead and put this antenna back on. So the next thing to do would be to install the roller ball, which goes there, and then this piece goes in. But it has this little peg on it right here. And what that peg does is for the battery door. So this battery door has this little notch in it. It goes like that. And then you can get it into place. And then that peg is going to keep it from being able to come back out. And I can't put that in now because I need to make a copy of this for my other Verbot. And I need to do that next. Okay, first thing I guess is to get this sticker off of here. Comes off pretty easily. I cut some foam core. And then I have some strips as well. Need to take some of this clay and I'm just going to smear it around the edge here. Now to hot glue everything together. Now go around with a little bit of clay and seal up the gaps around. Alright, now that I have it all sealed up, I'll make some indication points here. Bombs away! Well, the silicone is all cured. Now I can easily pull this stuff right out of there. I had some spots that leaked under, but that's fine. I'll just clean those up. Time for the other half. I've put a release agent on the silicone. And now I'm going to mix some more up and pour it on top. Alright, bombs away. And there we have it. It's all done. Alright, time to give this a go. I'm using Smooth Cast 300Q. This stuff sets up really, really fast, so I have to work very fast. Put a little bit here, here, and here. Then really fill this one in. Work this around a little bit here. What happens when I put it in and squeeze it out a little bit. Alright, moment of truth. I'm a little worried about this because of how wide it is and how thin it is. But let's see what happens. If I can just get it close, it's good enough for me. That's way good enough for me. So there's a few air bubbles I see in there that I can see through the light. You can probably see, them there. But I don't care about that. It's now time to put this robot back together completely. Alright, the new battery door is going on this refurbished robot. And I'm going to put the original one on my other robot. I can now put the roller ball in place. Now I can put it in this little piece here, and that keeps the door from being able to be taken off. Screw it back in. Looks pretty good. Time to finish it up. That goes like that. Goes like that. Lay the wires down. Spread these arms open. Now this is my original Verbot, and I 3D printed this one. As you can see, it's different. If you just want to 3D print one, I have a link below that you can print yours out. I just want to take it off right now, this part off, so I can replace the door and put original door on this one. Well, there it is, the Verbot. Can you tell which one is the one that I just did? Well, if you guessed this one, you are correct. It has a little bit of a tint difference on the arm and on the bottom. And this white door is very white compared to around here. This also has a very scratched up dome. And the dome is a little grayer than this one is. This one's very clear. And I put the original door on this one. So now it's time to see if it works. So here's what this thing does. Is you have this control, and there's a microphone in here that you speak into. There are 8 different commands it can do. It's stop, it makes a speaking noise, there's the arms up and they close, there's the arms down, there's the move forward, and there's the move back, and then there's the rotate left and right. So what you will do is, once you turn it on, you hold down this button and you speak the command that you want it to do. Hold down the next button, speak the command, hold down, speak, and go through them all. And it saves the waveform of the voice in this. And so then, when you just say this, it's going to do that thing. But as soon as you turn it off, it loses it. There's no memory whatsoever. So you have to do it every time you want to play with the thing. So when you do the commands, you don't want to do single words like stop and go and or forward and back and left and right. You want to do longer commands so it's easier for it to understand it and doesn't get confused. You also don't want to use the same words like for go forward and go back. You want to say move forward and go back, or you want to say arms up and down arms. So what I do is, for the stop, I do stop robot. For talking, I say talk to me. Then I use arms up, down arms, move forward, go back, turn left, rotate right. So that way it doesn't confuse itself as much. Still will do it, but it's not as bad because you have to say it exactly how you said it the first time. If you say go forward as the recording, but then you say go forward, it's not going to work. You have to say it the exact same way every time, which can be tricky. So let's see if this thing works. It takes 2 C batteries, and those are pretty easy to figure out. But on the 4 double A's, it's kind of tricky to see exactly how they go. And then this takes a 9-volt battery. This goes in there like that. Alright, so let's turn this on. That's a good sign. Turn on the remote. So now I'm going to go through each one and program the voice command. So let's say, stop robot. Alright, hold on, do it again. Stop robot. Talk to me. Arms up. Down arms. Move forward. Go back. Turn left. Rotate right. So let's see if it does it. Move forward. Stop robot. Robot stop. Robot stop. Robot stop. All right. Let's try that one again. Robot stop. Go forward. Robot stop. Rotate right. Turn left. Turn left. Robot stop. And if you don't get it, if it's not working, you can always do them again. So the left is not doing very good. Turn left. Try again. Turn left. Robot stop. Turn left. It worked that time. Rotate right. Rotate right. Go forward. Move back. Robot stop. I think I did it wrong. Robot stop. Go back. Go back. Go back. Robot stop. Robot stop. Let's do the arms. Down arms. Down arms. Arms down. Down arms. Robot stop. Try the down one again. Let's see. Robot stop. Robot stop. Down arms. Down arms. Down arms. Down arms. Down arms. And then when I turn it off like that, it just lost all of that information. So I have an idea. Let's put this one, let's put batteries in this one. I think they use, well, I'm pretty sure they use the same frequency. So let's see if we can get them to do the exact same thing. Go forward. Just try those two. Go forward. Robot stop. Okay, that worked. Alright, the batteries died on this one. That one needs better batteries. Alright, well that kind of worked, and it's possible that it might work and it might not. They might be interfering with each other. Who knows? Well, that's it. Hope you enjoyed that one. If you like this, please give it a like. If you want to see more like this, please subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more of this. So, there it was. That was
Randy's Robot Refurbish.
Go forward. Go forward. Arms up. Rotate right. Move back. Turn left. Turn left. I'm not talking talk to me. Robot, stop. Turn left. Go back. Move back.